You are in Athens physically, but you handle cases in other areas as well, correct?
We do. We go to Lauderdale County, we go to Madison County, Morgan.
Great.
And, you know, our base is here, but we'll go
anywhere you're needed.
Yes.
Whew, you talk about divorces and questions just fly at you. They certainly do, because unfortunately, with the divorce rate as high as what it is, almost everyone's been divorced. So that's good that you're a divorce attorney. And you know, Jamie made comment earlier and Dr. Coleman about don't call you mean, you're aggressive. But my goodness, if I'm going through a divorce, I want someone to go in there and kick my ex's butt because I'm tired of their garbage.
I'm sure there are people who call me that.
I mean, I'm going to say it that nice, but I'm going to be a little bit madder when I'm probably talking to you.
Well, if your spouse is being mean to you, my job is to go in and
I want you to
treat
nip
your
it.
spouse. I mean, you know, treat your spouse the way he needs to be treated, or she needs to be treated in order to get you the best result. I mean, I'm competitive. John's competitive. We're gonna back somebody against the wall. Nobody's gonna overwork us, outwork us. We're gonna do what we need to do, and we're
almost
aggressive.
say a fight to the death, because you're going in there, you're going to protect my rights, and by goodness, I want them protected. I've got a couple questions here, and these are for, you know, you can also email us questions. We get that a lot. ZTV@jamiecooper.com. But here's one of them. Can my ex-wife or ex-husband continue to not have my son there or daughter there when it's time for me to pick them up?
Absolutely not. If you have your visitation schedule, your spouse, the person who has the child, has to have the child there when they're supposed to be. Whatever your meeting place is, whatever your agreement is, the spouse has to be there. If there's obviously something, if there's a sickness, if there's something, they need to let you know. But if they continually do that, you need to take court action and you need to get that resolved, because that's a contempt.
Main thing you don't need to do is get mad and try to take care of it yourself, because obviously you can't make your ex-spouse do anything right.
That's correct. You need help. You need to see us or see someone who can help you, and you know, get your spouse to understand they need to do what they're supposed to do.
Okay, good advice. Okay, here's another one. My ex is past due on child support. What do I do?
Well, after 30 days, if they're still past due on child support, there's several things you can do. You have the money automatically taken out of your spouse's paycheck,
Garnish their check.
which is a way to make sure that you're going to get it every time.
Now, they must be 30 days past due prior to being able to garnish them?
That is correct.
Okay.
And it's not actually a garnishment. It would be to have it taken out through the system in a withholding order.
Okay, great. And you just keep record if this happens continuously, just be sure you get in there and talk to an attorney.
Right. I can tell you that a judge wants the child to be taken care of. A judge wants your child to be fed and be cared for. A judge is not going to look lightly at somebody continuing to not pay their child support on time if you get in front of the judge.
Okay. Do you have to go through DHR to do that, or can we just contact you?
You can contact us, and we can go and we can get a court hearing pretty quickly, and we can deal with that for you.
Okay, great. So all you folks, if you're 30 days past due, you can certainly have something done about that. They have to be 30 days past due. All right, when you're fighting, you're mad, what's the one thing you don't need to do?
You don't need to lose your temper. You don't need to, the one who loses their temper, I say, usually loses in the end. You need to try to keep your head on straight. You need to try to get in with us. Let us tell you. Tell us
What's the process?
What about leaving a message?
Yeah, don't leave a message. We've done that. It don't work.
Don't leave a message on someone else's phone, no.
Because they'll try to hold that over your head forever, even though you were probably right when you did it.
Nothing makes me happier than somebody to come in and have a telephone message that their spouse has left, because that makes me really happy.
All right, so watch those tongues. You'll learn the hard way. All right, your process when someone comes into your office. You know, not everyone knows the legal process. What do you guys do?
We're result-oriented. I mean, when you come in, we after you leave the office, we get down to the nuts and bolts. I mean, we work out a plan for your case. We plan the strategy of what we're going to use. We're going to, you know, the depositions, interrogatories, whatever we're going to use. We plan that strategy and we begin it right at that time. We don't just let a file sit there. You're important to us. You're a person who needs us, or obviously you wouldn't be in there. When you need us, we're going to be there for you. We're going to work through your plan, and we're going to get you a result.
You know, Charlotte, not always do problems happen during 9 to 5, you know, normal business hours for an attorney. What happens in those cases?
Well, obviously try to keep your temper down when you have a problem. As I said, leave the situation if you have to. You can almost always get one of us via email. We have our Blackberries with us. We check them till we're in the bed. If we're not asleep, we're checking them. So if you've got a major problem, look up our email address, email us, and we'll be there to help you out.
Okay, and you can also read all about Charlotte and, of course, John Totten and Christian Attorneys in the Who's Who magazine. You can actually, if you don't have a magazine, you can go to who's who in Athens.com and you can click on, of course, their article. It has their email addresses in there, phone numbers, exactly where you are, and your office hours are what?
We're there from 8 to 5, or we'll stay later if somebody needs to see us, certainly.
Okay, definitely make an appointment. If you think you're going through a divorce or you think you're headed that way, should you consult with an attorney prior to waiting for the other spouse to file?
Absolutely. There's a lot of process that can be put in place to, again, protect your interest and put you in the right position. So you need to have your ducks in a row. You need to come in and let us tell you what you need to do.
Do you recommend using the same attorney as your ex?
State of Alabama, you can't. You can. There can be an uncontested divorce where one party doesn't have a lawyer, the other party does. But if two people come in my office, I can only represent one of those people.
Okay, so bottom line is that person, whoever draws up the paper,
Represents only one person.
all right, that attorney's representing them. So be very careful if your spouse brings you divorce papers and you just want to sign them, because it'll come back and haunt you more than likely.
A lot of the time.
A lot of the times. Okay, located right here on the square. You can call Charlotte Christian. You can find her right there, 233-7772, or John Totten, of course, handling DUIs, criminal defense, automobile accidents, and you heard him. He said it here. The court system is set up to fight for your rights. Be sure you contact an attorney immediately, especially if you're in a car accident or, of course, any problems. You want to make sure you're covered. Charlotte, thanks so much for being with us this morning. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back right after this.